Hello again, Mountain Lions, and welcome back to the Red Mountain Radio. As per usual, I am your host, Anese, Zahiri, and today we're doing something different. This season, we're interviewing clubs around our school for a new perspective on the student body. In this episode, we explore the RMHS marching band. For those of you who haven't listened in before, in the Club Insider, we'll discuss everything surrounding high school clubs by getting first-hand personal accounts from students themselves. Our interview for this episode is with marching band visiting the podcast today, juniors Evan Collins and Paul Trendler. Let's take a listen to that conversation. Hey everyone, I'm here with Evan Collins.
How's it going?
And Paul Trendler.
What's up?
From marching band, thank you guys so much for being here with me on the podcast today. Marching band is such an upbeat, physical club with loads of action, and it requires a lot of artistic skill to be successful at it. Can you tell me more about marching band?
We meet at around 6 in the morning at the school, and we just practice, get our show ready, and we perform that at the football games and at competition.
It's just like a really cool activity where we can all get together and make music together in a way that's both artistic but also very competitive and very intense in some parts, yeah.
What specific roles are you guys doing in marching band?
So I'm in the drum line. I play tenors or quads. It's the 5 drums that you wear and march around with.
And I'm the drum major. I conduct the band. I'm the one that sits there waving his arms around up top that you probably see at the football games. So,
what do you guys do for practices exactly?
So usually we start with a warm-up where we start everyone standing in a big block, and they just march to get their legs ready, get the blood flowing, because it's early, And then we have a set of warm-ups that we play every single day.
Sometimes we'll start with a visual thing like marching around in certain directions in order to get ready for that. And then we'll play warm-ups together in order to lock in our sound with the rest of the battery, because especially in drumming, the music is very rhythmically intense a lot of the time, and being able to play every note at the exact same time as everyone around you can be difficult. So we do a lot of practice with that in both our warm-ups and when we're on the field.
Do you guys compete, or is any type of competition in there?
Starting in September, we go to competition every other weekend, where we eventually go against every band in the state, and we're separated in divisions. So we're in the largest division, so we're going against the most competitive bands, so we have to try our hardest.
That is actually really cool. I did not expect that from marching band to play each other, play against each other in different competition. I thought it was just, you go out, you do practices, or you go to the sports games, and then just do the music. And I didn't think you guys would actually compete against each other.
Yeah, so there's a lot more to it than people think. We get graded in 5 different categories, so if anyone's not doing their part, it sacrifices our final score and our placement. So it's really demanding of every player and every performer.
What are these categories exactly?
Yeah, so you're judged in both music and visual equally. For music, you'll have the technical ability, just how well you performed the actual music you were playing, and also the overall effect of what you're playing, how it makes the audience feel and what they're getting from it. And then we'll have a similar thing with visual, where it's how well you're performing the march around and some of the choreography, how well you're lining up with everyone around you, but also what kind of effect it has on the judges and the audience and how these forms line up with the music and stuff.
I see. That is extremely interesting. For the club, what does the camaraderie in the club look like? What do you guys do to uplift each other? And what do the teachers do to uplift the students?
We all get out there every morning. We try to support each other when practicing. It can be hard sometimes, especially when we're pushing long hours on Tuesday nights and stuff, and just being there to support each other and keep it moving, I guess. Keep the intensity up to support people trying to teach you and everyone around you.
We're kind of split up into sections, so there's the group of saxes, the group of trumpets, the group of clarinets, and it's like going to the gym alone versus with a gym bro. In the morning, you got your whole section on. You're come on, let's get the energy up. That helps us push to actually get those practice to be successful that early in the morning.
You said you guys have used saxophones in marching band, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what country the saxophone was made in?
I'm a saxophone player and I don't know this. France.
No, it's actually in Belgium, which is just right above France.
Same.
My personal opinion, Belgium shouldn't exist. It's
what?
a mixture of
Getting
Dutch
political.
and French. That's my opinion, but
Okay.
But anyways, what inspires you to do this? What did you do to get into marching band? What made you get into it? What's experience in the club?
Yeah, so when I was in like middle school, my band director mentioned that the drum line needed more people to play in it for next year when I was going into high school. So I decided to give it a try. I started coming to like their practice and stuff before the season started. And just slowly over time, I just got more and more interested in it. And as I get better and learn more about what the best in the world are doing and stuff, it's just a really cool thing to be a part of. And there's a big community surrounding it and just a lot of cool stuff.
Same thing for me. When I was in middle school, our band director had some of the section leaders, so what we're doing now, they came into the junior high and gave a presentation about like what marching band is, how to get involved, and seeing like my siblings do that and how all these other people like stuck with it for 4 years, like I'm like, wow, that takes some dedication. Like I want to be up for that challenge.
Could you say that the challenge of marching band is massive?
Absolutely.
That's great to hear. Could you also say that it is fantastic?
Possibly.
Possibly fantastic? Ooh, I don't think your teacher would like to hear that. He'd be a little mad, you know? So how do you balance your homework club life and tips and tricks for other students in clubs to balance it?
Just gotta lock in, bro. Just do your work.
Do your work? No special tips?
Just do it. Don't procrastinate. As soon as you get home, like start it, get it done before you can't get it done anymore, because it's a lot of time.
My freshman year, I did not do that. So, what about the lore of marching band? What was your favorite story from the club, or like surprising experiences that have happened?
Every year, the marching band goes on a trip to California, and we visit this beach, Seal Beach in California, and we do a parade there. And so they kind of just let us loose on the beach for a couple hours, and there's this mile-long rock pier that's just a bunch of rocks. And me and a couple other friends, we just hiked out there, and I fell, and I like almost broke my leg. I was fine, but like it was kind of scary. And then we got back, and there was like a homeless dude that was like tweaking out and yelling at us, and like, we didn't do anything, dude. And so yeah, that was fun. Like, it's just a lot of fun moments like that you just have stories that you can just, inside jokes kind of, that you can just mention, and like everyone's like, oh yeah, I remember that.
I remember a homeless man when I was visiting my grandparents in Chicago. We were going to downtown Chicago, and he just came up to me, started sitting by me, and started talking to me. I was like, yeah, and he actually had great stories. I'm not going to lie. It was very interesting. But what about you, Paul? What interesting stories do you have about marching band and the lore?
Yeah, I guess like just some stories just from rehearsal, I guess, just being hanging out with all your friends. We'll make funny jokes. Sometimes we're on the field, and if we're not playing, we're just counting. You can sort of say whatever you want, and no one's going to hear it. So there's a whole secret language of stuff we talk about while we're on the field marching and stuff. That's pretty funny. And I guess just hang out with them a lot.
Have you guys like created like your own special language for each other, like special slang that like only you guys understand?
There's definitely some special slang, and I can't really tell you about it. It's kind of secret, but
Only marching band.
that the effect it has on the observer just isn't really there.
Before we have to wrap it up, Evan and Paul, there's a tradition on this podcast. Not sure if you've heard of it, but it involves a bit of trivia. Are you up for a challenge?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Sounds amazing. Let me explain the rules to you guys. You will have 10 seconds to answer a question after I ask it. If you answer correctly, you get 3 points, which was 4 points. If not, you get nothing. There will be 3 regular questions worth 3 points, and 1 bonus question worth a whopping 5 omega big points. Yes, crazy. At the end of season 5, the club that has the most points in club trivia will win a club trivia bragging rights trophy. Currently, nobody has a perfect score with 14 points. Do you think you can do it?
Yeah.
I think Miss Hamilton would be disappointed in us if we couldn't.
Okay, that's great. We've got some competition here. Let's get to it. So, for the first trivia question, in the United States, modern marching bands are famous for performing at what sporting event?
Football games?
Yes, 3 big points for you. Question number 2. What do you call a girl in marching band?
A girl in marching band?
No. Has a specific name.
There's a specific name. A drumette.
What?
No.
Marching bandette.
The correct answer was a majorette. I don't know. I think that's how you say it. Majorette. Oh, okay. My bad, guys. Okay. Question number 3. This instrument, comprising of a wood frame and metal keys, and similar to a xylophone, is used in many marching bands for its bright, melodic, and high-pitched sound.
Glockenspiel.
Yes. I can't believe he actually got that. That's crazy. Okay,
Dude,
that's
we do
6
this.
points for them so far. Okay, bonus question. Who is known as the March King and is famous for popularizing marching bands in America?
John Philip Sousa.
He actually got it.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that is 11 points for marching band for trivia. That is bonkers. Wow.
I've never
like
heard
it, bro.
majorette in my life.
Yeah, I've never heard
I don't know.
that
That's
in my
just
life ever.
that's just what it's called. Just
Okay.
don't worry.
Okay. That's. I think a lot of those were kind of like military terms.
I think that was like Sousa's wife's name or something.
Probably.
Like, so basically, marching band like originated in military, and so like a lot of old like terminology is kind of brought into the modern era, and so that's probably like majorette is something that probably just didn't carry as long.
Yeah, makes sense. Well, Evan, Paul, it looks like our time is sadly up today.
No.
Thanks for sharing some great insights into marching band. ...
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, thanks.
It's my honor to have such amazing students here. But you guys seem to be very committed, and you guys seem like you love your club. So thanks for making Red Mountain a better community.
Anytime.
You could say Red Mountain is just a big variation on a gathering of individuals from all over in different clubs and stuff. So I'm glad we could do this.
It's a very interesting answer, but it's a great answer, like I said. So thanks again for being here. Hope you have a great year. Now shoo.
Bye.
Bye.
Paul, you're the worst. So let me give you context for that. He said, so there's something called DCI, which is Professional Marching Band.
Mhm.
And recently, we're nerds, and so we were watching that. And one of the shows was entitled The Observer Effect. And so
Oh.
he's like, how many DCI show titles can we sneak into the podcast?
Everyone, that was Evan Collins and Paul Trendler from Marching Band. Marching Band's next performance is during any of our football games. Make sure to come out and support your RMHS Marching Band. Well, listeners, that's it for this week's episode. We heard some great stories and got some great insight on marching band with students Evan Collins and Paul Trendler. Coming up next on Club Insider Drama Club. Tune in next time to get all the insights on the Drama Club here at Red Mountain Radio. Thanks again for tuning in to episode 1, season 5 of the Club Insider featuring Evan Collins and Paul Trendler. Thanks to them for joining me today. You can follow us on Instagram at Red Mountain Radio, spelled REDMTNRADIO, to receive updates on episode drops and fun behind-the-scenes insights. I'm your host, Zahiri, and thanks again for joining me for this Club Insider episode.